How did you end up here?
Work.
What do you do?
Retirement planning.
You should smile more often. It suits you.
Hello everyone, it's movie time, so get your porpcons and let's get right into it. Get ready for a thrilling voyage through these top 10 Hollywood movies of 2024, which are available on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Apple TV+. These 10 films reinvent the blockbuster experience with their iconic tales, big star casts, and innovative visuals. So if you're searching for some worthwhile films to watch, these picks of the best new films are for you. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Uglies.
For those of you turning 16 today, you've waited your entire lives for this moment. All the flaws you have today will be gone tomorrow. With one elegant procedure, you'll be beautiful.
It is a 2024 science fiction drama film based on the book Uglies by Scott Westerfield. The movie takes place in a world where everyone must have extensive cosmetic surgery by the age of 16 to become pretty. The narrative centers on Tally Youngblood, a girl on the verge of turning 16, and her worries about undergoing the required makeover to become pretty. Her outlook on life is completely upended when she befriends Shay, who intends to skip the surgery and join a gang outlaws known as the Smokies. But soon, Tally finds herself torn between the brutal reality of the revolt and the attraction of becoming pretty, while she's forced to make decisions that will affect not just her own destiny, but also the fate of everyone around her. The film brought Westerfeld's dystopian world onto the screen with smooth, technologically advanced cities and relies extensively on VFX to show both the frightening beauty of the pretties and the harsh, unpleasant feel of the controlled society. As an adaptation, Uglies has the issue of compressing the book's extensive world building into a film format. The changeover loses some of the complexities of Tally's internal conflict, and several of the subplots seem hurried. Nevertheless, the film stays true to its central theme of compliance and social pressure, which makes it an attractive visual adaptation. Even though it is a little superficial, overall, despite its issues with character depth, Uglies succeeds in providing stunning dystopian experience with timely societal topics. Number 9. Amber Alert.
Look at that car right there.
911, what's your emergency?
Yes, I think I see the car from the Amber Alert. Get closer. Go!
It is a crime thriller drama directed by Carrie Bellessa. The story begins with Jack, who is running late for a romantic date and gets into a cab driven by Shane. What begins as a typical journey suddenly escalates when Jack notices a nearby vehicle being driven by someone associated with a recently announced red alert. Soon after, Shane and Jack set out on unforeseen quest that turned their ride-sharing into a search for the abducted girl. What follows is a suspenseful, high-stakes chase in which they fight against time to avoid something tragic. The main attraction of the movie is Hayden Panettiere and Tyler James Williams, which lift the otherwise unoriginal plot with their chemistry, making the movie a fun watch. Even though some plot turns are predictable, Amber Alert has the family's appeal of knowing exactly what to expect and satisfying anticipation without falling short. Number 8. Beverly Hills Cops Axel F.
Boy, you stole a helicopter! I didn't realize that you couldn't really fly helicopters. Otherwise, I would have came up with a different idea. I told you it was a bad idea!
It is a 2024 action comedy film directed by Mark Malloy. The movie centers on Axel Foley, a Detroit police officer who comes back to Beverly Hills to crack a major case concerning an underground criminal organization together with Detective Billy Rosewood and Sergeant Hageer, two of Axel's former pals. He sets out to expose a conspiracy that spans the city's uppermost circles of authorities. As they dig further into the inquiry, they face an alliance of familiar foes and fresh dangers, resulting in a high-stakes battle to restore law to Beverly Hills neighborhoods. The film mixes fast-paced action with comic aspects while maintaining the colorful and trendy visuals of its predecessors. Even though the movie keeps the essence of the original movie, some of the humor and plot points may seem outdated to viewers of today's generation. Overall, the movie does a good job of bringing humor, action, and emotion to the franchise while also appealing to new viewers and fans of the original movies. Number 7. Major Grom, The Game.
A solemn moment, my friends. The future of policing meets its past. Guys, watch out!
Sorry, what's that vacuum cleaner's price again?
It is a 2024 superhero action film based on the comic book series Major Grom by the Bubble Comics. It is a direct sequel to the film Major Grom Played Doctor 2021. The narrative follows the exploits of a fearless police major who comes back to take on a new antagonist who uses a game played in virtual reality to transform users into deadly real-life criminals. As the plot progresses, the Grom has to enter the virtual world to foil a bigger plot that puts the city of Petersburg in danger. The film features innovative special effects, particularly in its representation of a virtual reality setting. The action scenes are cleverly and well executed, while the Grom's rugged, non-nonsense demeanor doesn't change. But this time we witness a greater degree of emotion as he thinks over his place in society. Although the movie shines in action scenes and visual effects, there are moments where the plot twists appear too obvious to fans of the genre. Overall, it's a fun and visually appealing continuation of the franchise. Number 6, Blood for Dust.
Well, I didn't think you'd call me.
Risks?
Getting caught.
How much?
Hashem, the only thing that matters is that you are a man that no one would expect.
Did you expect me tonight?
Well, he's the perfect couple.
It is a 2024 action crime thriller film directed by Rod Blackhurst. The narrative centers on Cliff, a salesman who's struggling to support his family after a fortunate meeting with Ricky, a co-worker with a troubled history. He quickly discovers himself on a risk journey in an attempt to save his troubled family life. Cliff consents to work with Ricky to smuggle guns and drugs across state lines for a cartel leader named John. However, after an ordinary discussions devolves in a carnage, Cliff and Ricky finds themselves in a precarious scenario where they must battle for their lives. The cast, which includes Kit Harington, is the film's best feature. The plot of the movie is watchable, although the conclusion is a little predictable. There are numerous gunfights that will impress action genre aficionado, and while the film's plot is conventional and at times routine, the characters make it worth seeing. Number 5, The Killer's Game.
What brings you to my door?
I need a contract executed.
Who do you want retired?
Me.
I've thought about doing this for years.
You killed my father.
This way, I kill you and get paid. Gets me wet.
Whatever turns you on.
It is a 2024 action comedy film directed by J.J. Perry. The story revolves around veteran assassin Joe Flood, who on a mission saves an aspiring ballerina named Maze, and they instantly fall in love. But Joe soon finds out from his medical professional that he only has 2 months to live due to a degenerative disease. To save Maze the agony of witnessing him die, as well as discovering the reality about his fetal job, Joe arranges an attack on himself and recruits former adversary Mariana, who eagerly accepts the assignment. As the deal is about to go into force, Joe receives a call from his physician, informing him that his diagnosis was incorrect and that he is not dying. Inevitably, it's far too late to postpone the attack, and Joe finds himself pursued by an army of trained murderers. The movie makes the most out of its action comedy plot and keeps a lively, fast-paced rhythm. This one is worth watching. Number 4, If.
What if I told you imaginary friends are real? And when their kids grow up, they're forgotten.
Are any of them scary?
Worse. Desperate.
It is a 2024 fantasy comedy film directed by John Krasinski. The film revolves around a small girl who, after a painful event, starts to witness everyone's imagined friends who were abandoned as their daily life companions became adults. The story follows Bee, who remains in Brooklyn with her grandmother while her father undergoes heart surgery. Her life transforms when she finds out the imaginary pals are real after coming upon an odd creature residing with Calvin, the next-door neighbor. After speaking with them, she accepts an opportunity to help the ignored imaginary friends, only to uncover that they are actually assisting her in dealing with her personal pain and loss. The film handles serious topics with care and resists exploiting viewers' emotions, emphasizing imagination as an important and coping technique. Even though the movie starts off slowly, it soon picks up steam and becomes an engrossing, visually spectacular and melodic experience. Number 3, Abigail.
Please let me out. I'm scared.
Cut the shit. You're really good at pretending to be a little girl.
Thank you.
Quick question. Who's inside a cage right now?
It is a 2024 horror action comedy film directed by Matt Bettinelli, Olpin, and Tyler Gillett. The plot revolves around a bunch of criminals who abduct Abigail, the child of a big mafia leader, and demand $50 million in exchange for her freedom, not aware that the girl is a vampire. What follows is a terrifying night in which the kidnappers get trapped within a castle with Abigail and must use their abilities to survive while she starts to hunt them one by one in most brutal manners. The story delivers a variety of horror subgenres, keeping fans on edge with unexpected twists and turns. The film excels with a bizarre ensemble of characters and thrilling action scenes that provide a wonderfully gory adventure that leans on its smart writing to breathe fresh life and great sense of fun into vampire cliches. Number 2. The Idea of You.
What is that song?
It's nothing, really.
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm too old for you.
It is a 2024 romantic comedy film directed by Michael Showalter. The main character of the story is a 40-year-old single mom, Ceceline, who gets herself involved in an unforeseen romantic relationship with a 24-year-old vocalist, Hayes Campbell of August Moon, the most well-known boy band in the entire world. Their first meeting takes place at the Coachella Music Festival when Celine pitches in to accompany her daughter after her partner backs out. But managing Hayes' famous position comes with unexpected responsibilities, and Celine learns that living in the limelight has an additional set of problems. The film features a gripping romance that is enhanced by remarkable performances of Hathaway and Galitzin. It examines how society views aging as Celine struggles with the idea that she is too mature for Hayes, her romantic interest. Although humorous at first, the film loses some of its charm, as it goes from lightheartedness to melodrama in the second half. Despite this change, it nevertheless provides thoughtful observation on the development of adulthood, especially in light of Celine's decision. Number 1. The Watchers.
What is happening? What is this place? I don't mean to scare you, but we haven't much time. It's not wise to keep them waiting. They'll be very interested in someone new.
It is a 2024 supernatural horror film directed by Ishana Night Shyamalan. The plot revolves around Mina, a pet store employee who becomes lost in a mystical Irish wilderness. When night falls, she seeks safety in a mysterious bunker with 3 unknown individuals who inform her that they must stay inside during the night in order to survive, because the strange creatures come at night and watch over everything they do through a single view mirror. The suspenseful segment of this movie gradually demonstrates who the creatures are and whether Mina and others can escape the Watchers' constant danger. That's it for today. Please subscribe to our channel to see more videos about movies and series suggestions.